The last card of the ESPN era is done. Royval Kape just finished, and it's time to go over a recap. All right, I didn't do too good on picks. Didn't do the worst. Went 7-14, I think, if I remember correctly. Let me just double check. Seven for 12. 7 for 12, not the worst. So I'm gonna go over the recap this whole card, from top to bottom. So let's start with the starting card. The starting off the prelims. Jamie Lynn Horth, Teresa Belida, dude. Teresa Belida is awful. Can't strike to save her life. I thought it, but I didn't think Jamie Lynn Horth would be throwing some heat. You know, she probably came in like Popeye. Like Popeye just ate a can of spinach. She came in there and went after it. All right. She was nothing but go go go. Uh, I think stuff like 2 takedowns. Teresa Belbita had nothing for her. Got whooped up on the feet. TKO'd up against the fence. I think, oh no. Oh no. I was trying to get to 70% pick rate. My first pick is done. It's done. It's awful. I don't think I can get it back, alright? And then guess what happens? The next fight, Gary Pat, Alan Fry comes out. On the walkouts, I see that Gary Pat's actually a good looking, decent, in shape heavyweight. And Alan Fry comes out and it looks like he just got off his shift from Casey's, from 7-Eleven. He just got done managing his gas station. He's coming in here on his break. On his lunch break, he's coming in here to fight. And he fought like that too. Very Tim Elliott like in the terms of hand movement, very slow. Jeremy Pat, really good looking, very quick, good head movement. I will say he keeps on ducking to one side. I was waiting for Fry to fake a jab, hook into it, because Jeremy Pat was going like this the whole fight, same side, same side. But basically, Alan Fry tried to become Rainer de Ritter against Robert Whitaker. Man, I really can't say Robert Whitaker. He tried to do what Rainer de Ritter did in round 3 against Robert Whitaker, but he sucks and he got destroyed. He got pieced up round 1. Man, I forgot how it was. Then I give Fry round 1 and then Pat 2 and 3. Or maybe, no. I gave Pat round 1, Fry 2, Pat 3. He was just knocking him around. Almost finished him in the third twice. Fry was holding on for dear life in the third, barely survived. Gary Pat wins 29-28. And he looked really good. Alan Fry, who beat really good people, beat like 10-2 guys, 9 and something. A lot of guys who had some experience, looked awful. And Gary Pat, who's beating guys who are like 0-4, 0-2, 2-2, 1-3, showed levels. I don't know how. He just did. And that's how it goes. So I was like, oh no. I'm down 2. I'm not going to make this back. I'm down. I'm not going to make it. And then Lana Santos comes in 30-27's Melissa Croden, just with heavy pressure on the grappling, good throws, really good at keeping her base when Croden went through for a throw, and then she would counter with her own. Not the best striking. She hit her with a couple shots, she kept on dipping down though, really low. Really dipping down really low for hooks. Really sloppy striking. It was a good watch though. It was a very good watch. All the clinch work up against the cage was good watch. I enjoyed it greatly. Enjoyed it greatly. But yeah, Lana Santos beats Melissa Croden 30-27, holds her down, has her like in like a basically a bully choke, where you have like her head and her arm in your armpit, and you just beat her up. Happened all of round 1, and then round two, I forgot what happened. I think it was really close, and then Lana Santos got her down at the very end. And then round 3, she hit her with like the same trip. Had her, I think, for like 2 minutes straight in that bully choke in between her armpit. And Melissa Croden kept on trying to get her legs up to try and grab a hold of her and rip her down, but she just couldn't. Lana Santos, I wish I was where Melissa Croden was. I wish I was just right in there, right in that crevice, but I wasn't. I was jealous. But yeah, Lana Santos pretty good. Not the best looking win. She celebrated a lot when she won. But it's WMMA. Pretty slow start to the card. I'm thinking at the very beginning this is going to be the worst card ever. And it basically was. I'm going to get into like the overall review of the card later, but this card sucked, dude. This card sucked. I'm telling you a little bit late. Just want to get right in there. But this card sucked. But then Mr. Flab himself, Steven Asplund, and Sean Sheriff go to war. I mean, that's the only way to say it. Go to war. Round one, they almost put each other away, I think, 2 or 3 times each. Really close. They start heavy, swinging a lot. Steven Asplund, good head movement, good distance management, but his chin is up there. His chin is up there, and he likes to do what Volk does, where he'll go down like this, not like this. So if you get someone who can throw something over the top with some heat, he needs to work on that. But besides that, he looked really good. Sean Sheriff, tough, really tough. He cuts really easily, though. He cut underneath the eye from like a hook, and then a jab, not even like a strong jab, just a little jab, split open his brow. I want to say in round one. Really bad. He was bleeding all over the place. So I give round one to Steven Asplund, really close. But he almost finishes him at the end of round one, I think. Really close to finishing him. Bell sounds. All right. Whew. I think Sean Sheriff shot a takedown or something. Asplund stuffed it, so they were on the floor towards the end of round one. Almost finished. Nothing happened from that. And then round two starts. Steven Asplund is, boom, lighting him up again. Bam, bam, bam. Hook, hook, hook. Uppercut, uppercut. Actually, no, uppercuts came in the third. Just hooks and straight jabs and 1-2s and 1-1-2s. But Sean Sheriff, he's got that in him. He, Vicente Luque style, takes a shot, gives a shot back, cracks Steven Asplund back. I want to say like 3 good times where Steven Asplund is and having to dip and dodge and do some slick head movement to escape some scary situations. He's got a good chin because he took some good shots. Also, like a crafty vet, round two, towards the end, they're both gassed, tired. Crafty step-in knees to the crotch from Steven Asplund. What a vet. What a crafty vet move. Gets a break for both of them. He did this really weird. He needs to stop trying to end combos with leg kicks when he's gassed, because he'll just throw it out there in punching range. He'll throw a leg kick. I don't know if he's just doing it off of muscle memory or something, but he wants to end each combo with a leg kick, and he's doing it in front of Sean Sheriff with his hands down, ending it with a leg kick. More like a knee to the thigh. He's basically standing knee to the thigh, Sean Sheriff. And Sean Sheriff lets it happen because he's gassed. Round 3 comes out, and Sean Sheriff wants some respect. He wants some respect. He comes out swinging in round 3. I'm like, oh, this Asplund may get put away. He's taking some heat. He has to survive. He has to roll and duck and dodge and weave, and he has to ninja. And then I think he even said some meat over there. I think he threw a Snickers bar in the corner for Sean Sheriff to look at, but he wasn't. But he survives. Sean Sheriff gasses out, and then it's just kind of a beating. Beating with, Steven Asplund for, I want to say, the first minute was Sean Sheriff almost knocking out Steven Asplund, and then the last basically 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes and 49 seconds was Steven Asplund just circling him and Sean Sheriff just going in a circle around with Steven Asplund just barely not putting him away, just having him 1-1-2 crop, left hook, right hook, left hook, right hook, 1-1, grabbing the head, uppercut, left hook, right hook, 1-1, up, uppercut, all the way around, circles and circles and circles, and Sean Sheriff's just barely surviving enough for the ref to not call it. He's just barely surviving, and then finally he gets caught in the corner, kind of shells up, and then the ref calls it. It's over. Fight of the night. Great performance from both. Not so much Sean Sheriff in the terms of ability to adapt and having a good jab. I think a strong jab is what really helped Asplund with this. A good jab kept Sheriff at bay for a while. Okay, just a good stiff. He was just popping it out there just to keep it busy, just to kind of give distance to Sean Sheriff so it couldn't even close in. He just kept on popping it, kind of like Royval Kape style, where he was just popping it on non-stop. For a heavyweight, that's impressive. I think Steven Asplund recorded the second most significant strikes for a heavyweight in a 3-round fight, 108 significant strikes over 3 rounds for heavyweights is insane. He used to be 500 pounds. He's now like 200 something. Great story. Had a sick moment on the mic. You have the Dana White Contender Series mic moment where he's saying he'll suck Dana White's toes. Now you have this one where he's like, there's my dad. I stole his name. I stole his job. I stole everything from him, but I love him. He's the toughest guy. That's Concrete Senior. And then, he's just funny, dude. He's a good personality, fun guy, likable, good story, good looking wife. I mean, you need to see his wife, dude. I was jealous instantly. Very beautiful looking wife. Stephen Asplund, good to you, sir. I mean, I applaud you. But yeah, sick fight, fun fight, fight of the night. Insane from heavyweights. You didn't think they'd bring it, but they did. So I get this one right. Stephen Asplund, I thought it'd be round 1, which I was almost right, but it was round 2. This was only 2 rounds? I thought it was 3. Never mind, it was only 2. Man. In my mind, it went forever. It was only 2 rounds. Never mind. Well, it didn't even go a third. That's why. The nut kick, that's why I thought it was a different round. No, this was only 2 rounds, so don't mind me. Kind of merge how I did the rounds in half. Like, cut my round 2 segment in half and then give half of it to the first, other half to the third, and then that should make up for it only being 2 rounds, because I didn't even notice that. I didn't even notice. I thought it was 3 rounds. That's how, like, action-packed it felt. It felt like that was 15 minutes of just them beating each other up. But it was only 8 minutes, 49 seconds. I'm now reading that. So crazy. I'm excited to see Stephen Asplund. Like I said, though, a taller guy who can get a shot over his guard while he's doing this or he's doing this. He's got to be careful. He's got to be very careful. Not a ranked guy yet. But he's close. One more, and then you can give him like a ranked guy. I don't know if you want to put him against Josh Hockett. I think they are both really good to have separate. Build them up. You have like the nice American guy who has a feel-good story, and then you have like the Chael Sonnen heel kind of guy who's all American, who's, trying to do the rhymes, do the crime. Not do the crime. He's not Gable Stevenson. People love him. But yeah, great fight. But moving up, Anderson Brito, Isaac Thompson. Dude, I thought I was going to lose this one. I thought I was going to get this wrong because Isaac Thompson came out really good. He did something. I think Brito was going for a body kick, and Isaac Thompson does a straight down the pipe and not drops, but he knocks him. He's off balance, so he knocks him down from being off balance and just gets on him like glue. First round, he's on his back the whole time. He had a couple moments where Anderson Brito was able to transition and switch and, what's it called? Just slam Isaac towards the end, but they did nothing. They were just high energy moves for nothing. I think he slammed Thompson like 3 times in round 1, I think. Maybe 2 or 3. But they just did nothing. Brito is like, I'm going to do this big move to get some respect, and then he doesn't get any respect, and he's like an idiot. He's dumb. But round 1, I gave it to Thompson. He had landed the better shots on the feet. He was doing pretty good on the feet. For a couple days' notice, he looked really good. He did look really good. I didn't think he'd look that good. I thought Brito would knock him out quick, but Brito has taken a step back in his recent career. Taking a step back. Not as sharp, very sloppy, dumb. I can't say this enough. Very, very, very dumb. But Isaac Thompson looked good, so I gave him round 1 for having back control. He was really good at sticking to the back in round 1. In the later rounds, he got sloppier with the back. He got too high up. But in round 1, he was very good at staying. So when Brito got stacked up to shake him off, he was good at staying with him and dragging him down with him instead of falling off. Round 2 and 3 is when he started getting sloppy with that and getting higher and higher, where Brito could shake him off and he'd end up on bottom, and Brito's on top of him. But round 2, Brito lands like a couple overhand rights, I think, on him. Like, Brito is swinging for the fences like an idiot, but he lands a couple, which Isaac is like, God, or like going, like eating them, like he's saying, like, oh, I'm eating these suckers, which he is. But he was getting outstruck a little bit. He had a really good body kick this whole fight, I want to say. Really good body kick. Uh, it's just he seems weak. Maybe it's just Anderson Brito being that strong, but he seemed pretty weak because Brito was just picking him up and dunking him a lot, and you know, blasting doubles on him, and then get him up against the fence pretty easily, and he was getting reversed a lot. Like I think Brito had Thompson's back, and he went for a Granby roll, but Brito just stuck to him, so he just Granby rolled towards the middle for nothing, and he stuck on bottom again. A lot of rookie mistakes made. But he's not in three. He's 24 or 23 or something, very young. He took the short notice, flew across the world, and he did pretty good. At 29, 28. Brito barely won that last round. I could have seen Thompson winning round 1 and 3 because he was round 1 or round 3. Brito does pretty good. He eye pokes him kind of. He pokes him with his thumb to kind of grab, go for wrist control, and then start swinging. And so Isaac Thompson is trying to tell the ref, I got eye poked, but Brito is also a crafty vet because he does not give him the chance to tell the ref, to tattletale. He goes, oh, he's going to start, bam, left hook, right hook, just swinging for the fences. And Isaac Thompson has to either eat it to try and tell the ref he's been eye poked or duck and dodge and roll. So he has to duck and dodge and roll out of there. I don't think he gets dropped, but he's running along the fence, and then Brito shoots in a takedown pretty good, gets the back. He's on him for a lot of rounds, and then I want to say from 3 minutes, from 3 minutes to 5, those last 2 minutes, Brito is just stuck on a single leg up against the cage, and Isaac Thompson is just elbowing the side of his head for I want to say 2 minutes straight. 2 minutes straight, not too much crazy, not like Blades Almeida, where he dropped he was boom boom, and then you see Almeida kind of crumbled. There was a couple times where I think Brito disguised getting dropped with getting a better grip on that single or double leg. But it happened I'm being honest, 2 minutes straight, he was side of the head, side of the head, side of the head, side of the head, side of the head. I was he's gonna lose this. He's being an idiot. He needs to separate and throw or go for this. He's kind of stalling. But he survives, ends the round, ends up being Brito, 29-28 Brito. I go, whew. Whew, okay, I'm back. All right, 2 in a row, 3 in a row, actually. I got the Giannis Santos. 3 in a row, I'm thinking, okay. I can keep on going. Let's keep on going. Let's see if I can keep the streak. So, boom. I'm on a 3-fight win streak. I'm going for my 4th. Yaroslav Amosov submits Neil Magny with some good grappling. I mean, doing that to Neil Magny's impressive. He held him down, very good at controlling him to get him where he wanted to. And the way he dropped for the Anaconda was sick. He got it and then rolled on bottom with the triangle, and he trapped a leg from he put a body lock from his legs on an arm around Magny while going for the Anaconda, and he's stuck. And he can't do nothing. He didn't trap the legs or anything. He just had him crunched up from on top. But yeah, very well from Yaroslav Amosov. Looked good, 29-1. Beat Neil Magny. Ranked next, I don't know. You know what? Let's look for him a welterweight guy. Y'all see that? Let's look at the bottom. I think I don't know if Colby Covington's ever gonna fight again. Jeff Neal Gilbert Burns has been done. They're probably gonna do Joaquin Buckley, Gabriel Bonfirm. I don't know if Rodriguez is gonna come back. If he can, you can do D-Rod, Yaroslav Amosov. If not, you could probably do if you can somehow force Covington to try and take on Yaroslav Amosov, that'd be a sick fight. But maybe you give him Edwards. I don't know, dude. I think he subs Edwards. I don't know, but the thing is, he was TKO'd a couple fights ago, so I could see Edwards just shucking him off and TKOing him or something. I don't know. Maybe outpointing him, getting him a decision over him. So you could give that towards Edwards as a guy who doesn't really throw too much heat, who's a reasonable comeback. I think Yaroslav Amosov is actually a pretty good person to come back to. All right. That's who I think would be a pretty good person to come back to. But there we go. I got that right. I thought it'd be a decision. I didn't think he'd be that dominant. I was telling you Magny's odds were great, but I don't know nothing about this sport. You'll see because of the main event, but he was just different level. I didn't think he'd do that good, but he showed Magni levels, and that was intense. So I'm on a 4 fight win streak right now, and then it comes to an end. I thought I'd be a little crafty. I thought I'd be a little different with my Lance Gibson Jr. pick. And to be fair, I think the scorecard was very weird. I gave Lance Gibson personally rounds 1 and 3 or 2 and 3. Gave King Green round one, and round three is kind of the swing round. That's the one where it's like, all right, did Lance Gibson's early ground and pound and control over King Green make up for that ending, or King Green was kind of elbowing him not too badly, but he was, full mountain trying to cause some damage towards the end in the last minute or so. But for some reason, one judge had it Bobby Green winning round 2 and 3. One judge had it, or sorry, Lance Gibson Jr. winning 2 and 3. One judge had it Bobby Green winning 1 and 3. One judge had it Bobby Green winning 2 and 3 with Gibson winning round one. I don't know. Seems a little suspicious to me because that's round two is the most definitive Lance Gibson Jr. round ever. Bobby Green did nothing. Lance Gibson got his takedowns, did some good leg kicks, jabbed him up pretty well, outstruck him. King Green landed nothing in round two. It was insane. So I'm just gonna say, a little suspicious. I thought I got it with Lance Gibson Jr. King Green looked awful. They both looked awful. I'll be honest. Lance Gibson Jr. was on the back foot the whole time. Like, the whole round, he was on his back foot scared. Scared. I think he was crapping his pants the whole fight against Bobby Green, dude. He was crapping his pants. He was running around like he had a log in his britches because he could not stop moving. And Bobby Green did what Bobby Green does, the taunting, the... And then, he'll get clipped and he'll emote back to make it look... He does like the Marab thing, where Marab will emote when when it's a close round so that it looks like he's winning, a lot better. But awful fight. Boring fight. Nothing fight. I literally went down to watch this with my family, and it was awful. I stopped my stream because I was like, I'll watch this in with my family. These should be some good fights. Awful. Awful, awful, awful. So yeah, I get my Lance Gibson Jr. pick wrong, but I was close. And I think he did win it, but I'm not gonna care too much. It was a catch weight short notice bout, and it's Bobby Green that won. He needed it. He needed it. Moving on. Kennedy Nzechukwu, Marcus Buchecha. Now, Kennedy Nzechukwu, I am never picking you to win a fight again. You are an idiot. You are retarded. Okay? That's the only way to say it. You are dumb. He's a black belt jiu-jitsu guy, and you don't show anything up the middle, no step-in knees, not even feinting it, no uppercuts, no nothing. And then when he shoots on you, you look like you've never trained a takedown defense ever. He shoots like sloppy double legs off to the side, and Kennedy just lets it happen. He doesn't pull out. He doesn't try and do anything off of it. He's toppled over. He's on his back. Round one, I gave to Buchecha? I don't know. I forgot. No, I gave it to Nzechukwu, round one. He just did more damage. Marcus Buchecha, even though he was on the ground, didn't do enough. Kennedy ended it on top, I think, and was doing some ground and pound enough to win the round, even though it was close. I think he cut open Buchecha's eye in round one. It's the big thing, I think. Round two, he gets a point taken away. He nut shots him, then eye pokes him, gets a point taken away. So Buchecha, it's already 9-9. Or Buchecha's already won the round already, It's at least 9-9. And then he wins this round just out grappling, getting better positions, not doing too much damage, but, sticking to the back a little bit better this round. Round three, Kennedy Nzechukwu grabs the cage 3 times. Just grabs it. Grabs it like a pro, like he's climbing a tree. No reason behind why I would say he climbs a tree normally. But he's climbing a tree. He grabs it. No points taken away. He just grabs it, gets away with it, because he's already got his 1 point taken away, so that's his warning. He doesn't need any more taken away. But yeah, basically, they're both gassed. So Kennedy Izuchuku, Marcus Buchecha is trying to do like lateral drops or body drops with him while he's gassed. So he spends all of his energy to bring him down, but he doesn't have enough power to roll with it or get his hips on top and be really quick. So he just ends up pulling Kennedy on top of him like 3 times. And Izuchuku's like, all right, I'm just going to stay here. I'm like, you need a finish. Are you dumb? You lost round 2. You got a point taken away. You got 10-8'd. You need a finish. But he didn't. He's an idiot. So he just kind of let it slowly fade away. He almost finished him in the final minutes of round 3. He had him, I think they got up, and then he was piecing him up, and then he fell down, and he's awful finishing instincts. Awful, awful, awful. And so it's a draw. And it's awful fight. It's awful. So I'm not going to count this as wrong because no one was wrong or right because they both suck. So I'm on a 1-fight losing streak right now. 2 awful fights back to back. Boring, awful, boring, awful. This was kind of anticlimactic, even though it was impressive for Yaroslav Asmanov. This one was pretty boring. Jonas Sombrito boarded out in the 3rd round. And this is the only good fight so far. Only good fight so far. But luckily, my boy Melky, the Dalmatian, brings it back. Very impressive from Melquizael Costa. First couple minutes, I'm a little scared. Morgan Charrier is powerful. He's explosive. And Melquizael Costa is being very careful to be light on his feet, doing a lot of oblique kicks very lightly, just slightly stomping, not doing too much. Rips a body kick. I was like, all right, he's going to do one more, maybe another leg kick, and then he's going to whip it upstairs. But he does one body kick, maybe one leg kick, and then whips it upstairs. Morgan Charrier tries to block it with one hand. It wraps around, knocks him out. And it was, dude, the lights were on, but no one was home. Eyes wide open. Crazy KO from Melquizael Costa. He needed it. Big flatline KO, highlight reel KO over the guy who gets highlight reel KOs. Insane stuff. He looked amazing. It's hard to tell in that short of time, but he did look really good. Light on his feet, good. Didn't even really throw a jab. I don't think any significant strike from your hands, from a jab or a strike besides kicks landed. I honestly think that. Morgan Charrier was very timid, I will say. I don't think he threw anything, really. I think he was trying to download, see what's happened, getting ready for the takedown, and then he gets head kicked. Because he was doing like a boom and he went to swipe it away, like he did with that other body kick or that front teep. He went to parry it away and then got slept out cold because he's thinking, well, it's a grappler. He's not going to head kick me. Head kick KO'd. Boom, you're done. So insane. Head kick KO from Melquizael Costa. I'm happy for him. He deserves it. 50K. Let's find a person he should fight in the rankings. Where are we? Let's see. Featherweight. Can y'all see that? No, you can't. You can just barely not. Basically, 15 is Giga, so I will say, we'll go over it later. I think you give him Dan Ige. Melquizael Costa, Dan Ige. I think that's a sick fight. I think that's what you do. Book it right now, UFC. He deserves a ranked fighter. Melquizael Costa, Dan Ige, number 13 or number 12 or whatever. I already forgot. But I think that's a good fight. I think Dan Ige will bring it to him if he doesn't focus on sparring this time with Eric Nixick. I think that'll be a good fight. So yeah, that's what I think. Morgan Charrier, hard loss to come back to. But got flatline KO'd. That's what happens, That's what happens when you step in the ring with the Dalmatian. So boom, I'm back on it. Got my pick right. Melquizael Costa. I thought he'd ride out a decision and just be safer and quicker and better at him technically and win that way. But no, he just flatline KO'd him in the first. But then the lame brother shows up. The lame brother. Cezary Lazacek. He did decent. Cesar Almeida, I know he's a very dangerous guy, powerful, pretty quick hands. I'm just disappointed with the lack of ground and pound. He would get a really good takedown, drive Cesar Almeida each round. Cesar got a takedown. He got a takedown like one takedown each round, and he'd be have control for like 2.5 minutes or more. 2.5 minutes of control minimum, and then or more. So round one takes him down basically instantly. Is there the whole time, in half guard, in full guard, slashing him between the two, and then sometimes he ended up in side control first. Then he goes to half guard. Then he ended up in full guard a couple times. Never went for full mount. Got crucifix, I will say. He instantly got crucifix. Did nothing with it, though. His ground and pound game is very weak. I don't know if he just didn't want to post up and risk losing Cesar Almeida, and he wanted to stick him down and try and tire him out so that he could do something like a submission or ground and pound finish, but nothing. A lot of shoulder strikes from him, but besides that, just holding dominant position to do nothing with that dominant position. Very lame from Cesar Almeida. I will hope he does better in his next fight. Round two, same thing happens. Takedown. He's inside control, half control. A little hairy towards the end, I think. On the feet, it's about even. Cesar Almeida landed a couple good shots. He landed a couple good shots. I can't remember, if I'm being honest. All I remember is him sitting in half guard, half side control, and full mount. And just switching between the three every once in a while. Then round three, I think at one point, Almeida reverses the takedown, ends up on top, tries to get away, and he's like on his butt because he kind of got pushed away from Cesar Almeida kind of pushed him away. So he's kind of on his butt just staring at him. And Cesar goes, dude, you're slow. I'm just going to run into you and tackle you and get you inside control again. And so he does that, ends up in half guard, ends the round. 30-27, not too much to say. Very uneventful, boring. Ruins the flow of the card. But you know what? 2-5 win streak. I'm feeling good. Boom, boom. I'm feeling good. And then boom. Dude. My man, Kevin Vallejos, dude. Kevin Vallejos comes in. I'm scared. Round one, he looks a little timid. He wasn't really finding his range. He was kind of getting stuck on the outside with Giga. Giga was throwing a lot of kicks from the same side. He'd go like 3 body kicks from the same side quick. Kevin Vallejos threw a kick. Giga checked it, and Giga's shin split, I guess, or something. It started bleeding, gushing blood. So he did what Wonder Boy did against Bond Firm, and just used that as his. He has to have that as his back foot now to throw kicks, because he can't have it take any more damage as his lead leg. So it's his back foot now. Throwing kicks off of it because you can't really feel it. You've already numbed the pain receptors on that leg. Anything good on round one? Anything good? I think it was a lot of trading. Kevin Vallejos had him up against the clinch, up against the cage in the clinch a couple times. Giga Chikhedzi's emoting the whole fight. I guess he did a camp with Marab, and now he emotes for like the whole fight now, because he's like doing Jim Halpert emotions while Kevin Vallejos is like up against the clinch, and he's shorter. So I was saying to myself, I like the grappling for Vallejos. He's shorter, he's stockier, close to the ground. It's easy for him to get leverage to pick Chikhedzie up over his shoulder. So Kevin Vallejos is up there, ball of muscle, and Giga Chikhedzi's going like Yu Sung Yo or whatever it is, the Korean Zombie Jr., where he's like, oh. And then he gets, round one ends. Nothing too much. I think Kevin Vallejos ended like a little sneaky punch at the end. Not too much strike-wise, pretty low volume. Round two, though. Round two, Kevin Vallejos has found his distance. He's found his range. And even in round one, I think he hit him once with like a good overhand right. Like what he did with Yu Hu Choi or whatever he was, the tall Asian guy that he did the whole right overhand duck over the shoulder to knock him out. I think he hit Giga with that in the first round, and then round two, all the way. By the way, Giga unleashed the Giga kick in round one. Did nothing. He was also his legs were very weak. Like in the instant starting round of round one, I forgot, he threw a leg kick like 5 seconds into round one and fell on his butt. I don't know why. He his old Old man ankles are destroyed, so he throws a kick. He's on one leg for half a second. His body crumples under his massive 145-pound frame, you know? Let's be honest, he's probably like weighing 150. He's probably weighing 150. So his 150, massive, huge 150 lanky frame crumbles his one ankle, and he's, whoa, falling back. Has to get up quick. Vallejos hits him with a right hook. That's like the biggest strike I think that landed in round one. But round two, like I said, Vallejos has found distance, dude. He's tracking him down. He's getting him. And Jacuzzi, like I said, he's learned to emote from Marab. But emoting doesn't work when you're getting flatline KO'd, pal. So he's emoting. He's staying on the back foot a lot. He's scared of Vallejos now that he's like, dude, Vallejos he's found his distance. He knows where to go for this overhand right. So he lands it, bam, one. Jacuzzi's going, bam, two times. Jacuzzi's going, and then bam, a three time, not as good. So Vallejos is trying to, Jacuzzi's trying to escape on the outside. Vallejos, while doing that overhand, spinning forearm. It was like with the forearm, hits Jacuzzi on the escape while he's running into it. Sleeps him on the spot from that spinning forearm thing. He, boom, falls forward, face first, face plants. Vallejos follows down. His arm is like dead behind him in a bad spot, and he's elbowing. And you see Giga like in a horror movie. It looked awful. It looked scary. But that's how it ended, you know. Vallejos, round two, spinning elbow, or not, spinning forearm KOs. Giga Jacuzzi, he looks sick. Vallejos, we gotta talk about it, man. Don't be calling out Cub Swanson after you're gonna be ranked. You're gonna be ranked probably I could see them ranking you above Onama because you just shut off Jacuzzi's lights out way easier than Onama did. Onama took him to a competitive decision. You shut his lights off. Let's see, who do we have Vallejos fight next? Where's featherweight? Oh, featherweight's also on this right side. So I'm giving Dan Ige to Moquezel Costa, right? I think a Josh Emmett could be fun. Brian Ortega is going up to lightweight. A Pitbull fight. Vallejos was calling for a Pitbull fight earlier in this year. I don't know who Pitbull's next fight's going to be. But a Josh Emmett fight could be good. A Pitbull fight could be good for Kevin Vallejos. I think Josh Emmett would be sick, though, because they're both kind of brawlers. They're going to swing. They both love their overhand rights. I think Vallejos can do some crazy stuff off of it. He'll, like, uppercut him maybe in the pocket, or he'll pivot, and then he'll, like, slip and pivot over Emmett's overhand, and then just give his own overhand, or something crazy. I don't know. But I think you give Vallejos I think he's number 10 or something. I gotta double check. Yeah, number 10, Josh Emmett. I think you give him Josh Emmett. Okay? So I'm on another 2-fight win. I'm on a 3-fight win streak. That's a draw. That doesn't count. So 3-fight win streak. I'm feeling good. I'm like, all right, I'm going to end this pretty positive. Which I did end positive because I'm 7 for 12. But that's because one was a decision and 2 fights. Or 1 fight got canceled. Which I think Lemos would have won, dude. Lemos would have won. I would have had a big underdog. I chose Royval because he didn't get put away by Kai Car-France. Didn't get put away by him. He's really hard to hit. Not hard to hit, but, you know, he's really elusive. Like, when he does get hit, he's good at surviving. He's good at scrambling. He's good at getting out of there. And round 1 looks really good. You know, Brandon Royval's looking really good at the beginning. A lot of leg kicks, a lot of heavy body kicks that he's landing. Not too many jabs, but he was kind of, you know, throwing some scared jabs with an uppercut at the end. And he was kind of picking at Manel Kape from range, you know, skidding along on the back foot. You know, like the little Marab side step sometimes. But Manel Kape's on him. And that gyno is popping, dude. It's popping. They made him wear a bra. I don't know if y'all saw this. They made Manel Kape wear a bra for this fight. That's how much they were popping out, you know. It was like that, dude. I think bigger than mine, alright? He wore a bra and a t-shirt during this fight. That's how big they were, alright? But he's just so quick. He's so quick. Hand speed. He beats... Royval he sees him coming in. He throws a left hook to try and stop Manel Kape on the pocket, and Manel Kape just beats him with a counter hook from the same hand. But before it even lands, so he sees Royval throwing his left hook, and he goes past it on the inside, sinks Royval up against the cage. He's like the Terrence McKinney pose. And then he's like, I'm awake. He tries to scramble out, gets put on his side, elbow, and then you see Royval slightly go, like his head kind of bounces off the canvas. It doesn't look good. I thought he was out for good. He recovered quick, so that's why it was kind of like a late stoppage. I don't mind it. It wasn't a good look to give to Herb Dean where you're just, and then you're back up. But I do get it. It was a little early stoppage, but he probably still would have gotten the finish. He was building up the wrong way. He was trying to go over. I think for Manel Kape, you don't go up with him. He's just gonna punch. You got to go under him, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe I'm a wrong idiot, but I feel like if you go under him, he's so good at sprawling. He's gonna try and continue to do that, and then you can get on your back. You get under him, make him sprawl out further out, and then you can lean back, kind of recover. But Manel Kape's dangerous, dude. He's a very dangerous guy. Quick hands, good power. All of a sudden, he didn't put out Bruno Silva, and he was hitting Bruno Silva flush with some good shots. Maybe Royval just has a weak chin. Where he took some crazy shots off of Kai France and was able to survive, and then choked Kai France back. But you know, what do I know? But yeah, he was hitting Bruno Silva with flush shots, never put him away like that. So kind of crazy. I would never say that Manel Kape's on drugs or roids. I would never say that. That's disrespectful to Manel Kape. Man, I've already gone on for 40 minutes. My goodness, I'm sorry. But yeah, really good, really powerful. He's not going to get the title shot. They already gave it. They basically guaranteed it to Tetsuro Taira. I called Ray Tesori Tetsuro Taira in my the real pound for pound video I did. So that's a little awkward. But for flyweight, who would you give? Manel Kape's probably going to be number 2. It may just have to sit out. If he wants to fight someone, he can maybe fight Moreno. Maybe fight. They're gonna do the Taira though. If Pantoja can't get back like by next month, they're gonna do the Taira fight. That's just how it is. And then maybe he'll do like a Joshua Van coming off of a loss of Taira, or Tetsuro Taira coming off of a loss from Joshua Van. If he wants to fight one more time. If not, he could probably just sit out. But then he would sit out for 2 fights. He'd sit out for the Taira Van fight, and then the winner of the Taira Van versus Pantoja. So I don't know if he wants to sit out that long. He could. I don't know how. Like, I feel like he's the type of guy to go for it. But I did this year with, I think I did 3 cards. Let's see. Nope. Keep on doing the wrong one. My bad. So I did videos over, ignore all this. To be fair, I haven't done the worst by myself. So I did 4 cards where I did videos over them, right? Don't look at this card. That card did not happen. Oh, you can't even see it. Perfect. Don't look at any of these cards. Just pretend I did perfect on them, and I just didn't show them. But 10-4, 9-14, 7-14, 7-12. That puts me at a total of 33 over 54. So that's a 61%. 61.1%. So like 61.11% pick rate. Not the best, not the worst. Could be better. We'll work on it next year. I'll have a bigger pool to go over, so that'll be a little harder for me to keep as good of a record. But I think I can work on it. I think I'll get a little bit better. I really thought Royval was going to win because I wanted the Royval Van rematch. Just unbiasedly, but Lorenzo Pick gets it done again. He said knockout round 2. It was knockout round 1, but man, Lorenzo can pick a main event, dude. He is killing it. So good on Lorenzo Picks because he predicts. Because man, he's making me look like a fool. He's pushing my face in a locker. He's shoving me in a locker. He's giving me swirlies. That's how bad I'm doing compared to him. But I I think I'll get back. I'll get back to it. I'm young. I'm a rookie. I think I'm like 3-3. I'm 3-0 on the regional scene right now. Okay, I need to build up a little bit more before I can really be in the UFC. Before I can get more than 20 views a video, which I'm not even getting that. So more than 3 views a video. Uh, but yeah, pretty good. No, awful card. Awful card. Steven Asplin, Sean Safara, and then Kevin Vallejos, and then Melquizel Costa all saved it. Everything else was awful. And Manel Cap saved it because it was a good way to end the ESPN era, the last card of the ESPN era, with a big 2 knockouts in a row. Pretty fun. Kenny Nezuchuku, you suck. I'm never picking you to win again. You're awful. Uh, I don't know how you were a light heavyweight. You look like you've always been a heavy. You look like you were a super heavyweight at some point. Sorry, I just hate him. He's so dumb. Shows nothing up the middle. Are you dumb? Are you stupid? What are we doing, pal? Nothing up the middle? Let's put our Brandy at work. He's gonna shoot. Throw something up the middle. Anyways, I'm sorry. Sorry. He's just so dumb. Anyways, don't be funny. Make some money. Buy the numbers. See ya.